Good morning, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2301 Willow Drive here in Newburgh. We're located at the front of the home. We're off to the right of the front doorway under a valve cover box. We have it's a 3-inch cap, but it's 4-inch cast iron pipe. We'll check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. Okay, right here at about 5 feet out, the line is transitioning from cast iron to concrete, and we do have a root intrusion shortly thereafter. So we'll take another look at that when the line's drained out. We'll have a better view of it, but we do have roots dangling from the pipe. It's because this pipe here has become offset. You can see that joint is sticking about an inch up in the air there, so opened wide up for the roots. And here at about 31 feet, we'll have to wait till it drains out. I can't tell if we've got a Y connection there or what that is. We'll make sure it's not a party line or anything like that. Alright, there is the main lateral connection there at 62 feet. I'll locate this and just kind of figure out which direction it's heading there. It did appear to be a Y connection around 31 feet, so we may have to contact the city to find out what that is exactly for. But we'll let the line drain out here now for a few minutes. And located the camera head successfully out at the main lateral on Willow Drive, straight in front of the house. It looks like the line, and again, we're going to have to wait for it to totally drain, but it looked like there was a Y connection at 31 feet, which would be over at the right side of the property. So if it is indeed a Y, it's worth checking the city to see if it's a party line or some kind of easement. Make sure you don't have a non-conforming sewer line configuration. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back. There's a little water trickling off here. By the time we get back into where the homeowner's responsible for it, will be all drained out. The city of Newburgh does take responsibility when you hit the right-of-way, which is almost always right where the sidewalk starts, or just before it. Right here, and this does not appear to be a 90-degree turn there, or 45. That does look like a actual Y connection. I don't know what that's hooking onto. I'll go mark this with white paint, and I would recommend looking into what this is, whether it's an easement or party line with the neighbor. I'd highly recommend getting that figured out. If it's just an easement or something like that, it's also worth finding out how your responsibilities divvied up. Sometimes a homeowner's responsibility terminates right here, and other times you still have to get to the right-of-way before that happens, but it's worth knowing. Alright, this is right at the front right corner of the grass. If you're standing in the street looking at the front of the house, we're right next to a little plastic Verizon cover box. But anyway, it's at the front right corner, about a foot or so from the sidewalk area. I put a big white Y marking down there on the ground. It's at 4.5 feet deep. There's a little bit of standing water that's occurring right here. I mean, it's only for about 6 inches of pipe, and it's about a 1/4 inch of water. That's, unless the line's non-conforming in its configuration here with the Y, I would not recommend just tearing the ground up there to fix that. That's not causing any debris to hang up there, and I wouldn't expect it to. Usually you need about 4 to 5 feet of pipe to have 3/4 to 1 inch of water before you're really going to get debris buildup. Other than, cooking grease going down the sink and stuff like that shouldn't go down there. I am doing some other markings here for the buyer. It sounds like he may want to put an RV dump or something like that in. So anyway, the repair markings I'll do will be indicated by white X's at either end of the repair spot. All the other markings are simply for reference for that Y connection, and just for the, right there I put a line in the middle of the yard with arrows just showing the direction of the pipe runs. That's not a repair site. So the homeowner knows where he can and can't plant trees and possibly put an RV dump in. Alright, so we're back here at the root intrusion, and it's a big boy. That thing is blocking most of the line there. I highly recommend getting that fixed. Do not just do drain cleaning or anything like that. You got to get that pulled out of there. So what's happened too is the cast iron here has, and it's possible the root did it. Sometimes the roots will pull these lines out of joint. It could have also been due to settling that's occurred and then let the joint open up and the roots come in. It's hard to say which happened first, but anyway, I'll mark right here. It looks like a single root intrusion right at the transition from cast iron to concrete. Recommend digging down there and fixing that joint as well, and also elevating that cast iron pipe back up so it has proper slope there. Alrighty, located this successfully right here by the cleanout, and I'll show it with the camera. Big white X. Again, that is the only spot I'm recommending repair on. All the other paint markings are just reference. We are at 3 feet deep. It was just shy of it. It was about 2 feet 10 inches deep. I put 3 feet down there on the ground. Again, I recommend correcting the root intrusion. It's got proper slope and grade. There's no standing water there. Aside from that, as long as there's no non-conforming configuration issues with the Y connection, it looks like the line goes right to the property line there. Pretty close. I don't know where that exactly is at, but it hits right around the edge of the grass at the right side of the property, and then just follows the edge of the property all the way out to the street and does a straight shot from there. So the way that that's configured currently does look more like an easement for maybe a house to the rear of this one that it's hooking onto rather than a party line, but you definitely need to contact the city and find that out. Some cities are not too keen on having party lines or stuff that's not contracted and has an easement for. Anyway, so here's our root intrusion right here, big X in the grass, all the other markings. The line heads over towards the corner of the grass where I'm pointing to, and then shoots straight out to the street from there. And that's where that Y connection is at the front right corner of the property. I do recommend a rescope after any repair work is done to ensure it was done correctly.